This is a quick tutorial on how to set up your GravityCerts plugin to send your quote forms into your Nowcerts AMS. Simply click License Keys and then click Copy to copy your license key. I'm assuming you've already gone to the Plugins menu, uploaded the plugin, and activated the GravityCerts plugin. Simply go to Forms, Settings, then click GravityCerts. Simply enter your license key, and then you need to enter your Nowcerts agency ID. To do this, I will show you how to find that here in our Nowcerts account. You go over to your name here, click Agency Profile. From here, go to this last tab under Other, then click Integration Widgets. Now the easiest way to get your ID is to just click this Service Requests tab, which will give you this script. And inside here, it will actually have your agency ID. So you just need to copy all of this right here in between the two quotes. Then we need your Nowcerts username and password. This should be a user with the user role API integration. If you need help setting up one of these users with this user role, please reach out to us, or you may want to contact Nowcerts, and they can help you set up the user as well. Just let them know that you want the API access, and they will set that up for you. And now my settings are saved in here, and you can see I have an active license. You can also click Manage My License at any time, which will open another tab and go straight to your account page. So from here, now we need to set up our forms to actually send the submissions, and you will need to set this up for each one of your quote forms, but it works pretty quickly. So I'm going to use this form that I already have set up, the auto quote to Nowcerts. Hover over Settings, then choose GravityCerts. You can click Add New or Create One. It does the same thing. I'm going to give this a name. I'll call it NC for Nowcerts Auto. Now there's the different request types that we have available here. I want to insert or update a prospect because I want to take my quote forms and insert them as a prospect into my Nowcerts account. So simply choose that option. Most of you will probably want to send all of your information. If you want to send just certain fields, like you only want partial data sent to your Nowcerts account, you can do that here. You can by saying, say, first name, and then pick the first name. Add one, last name, and then last name, and so forth. So this is an option if you want to manually pick and choose which fields you want to send. Otherwise, by default, it's set to all fields. I don't have any conditions that I want. You can set this up if you like. Say you only want it sent to Nowcerts if certain questions in your form are met. You can do that as well. That's a standard feature in Gravity Forms and available in here, but I'm not going to set any conditions right now. Just click Update Settings, and that's all you need to do. Now you're ready to take your forms and send them into Nowcerts. So this is my form I want to have for getting an auto quote. The nice thing about the GravityCerts plugin is that it works natively with the Nested Forms add-on. So this is a way to have forms inside a form. Simply create a small form, which you will see here. This is another form. You can add as many drivers as you like, and the user can keep adding as many people as they want to. So now I'll click Next and continue walking through this form. Now this form is submitted into Nowcerts. So let's go see what this data looks like in Nowcerts. So all form submissions will get put into Prospects Leads and then click Quote Applications. This is where my form lives right here, the submission. You can tell this came from the API because it says Web API import JSON, and it has not been merged. Other ones have already been merged. It will have some text right here, but this one has not been merged. So I will click the green edit button. I've already mapped all of these fields previously into my Nowcerts account. This works really similar to the PDF mapping if you've done any of that. Each of these comes up with the fields here. I have this set to prospect, driver, first name, and then prospect, driver, last name. If you notice, these are numbered here, starting with 0, because Nowcerts starts their counter at 0. So as you've noticed in here, this says 0 to match 0 as well. So this is the second driver, but she's mapped to 1. And this works the same with Nowcerts throughout their platform. If you're mapping vehicles, drivers, properties, and you have multiples of any of those, you'll want to increment these as well so that it puts in the correct information here. But this is a nice, easy way to keep track of which number you should be on. Now, this is some of the most important fields: their name, first name, last name, and then the email address. So this is what is used to create the prospect in Nowcerts. So this is simply mapped to prospect email address. You can also set up custom fields with Nowcerts. This is great for any commercial clients. I have a number of fields for other types of quote forms that we have. We do equine, extra auto quote fields, extra home quote fields. Commercial quotes is great since we have lots of extra information that we ask on our quote forms for commercial quotes. So there you can create these, add these custom fields, and then map them. And then they're ready to go for any of your supplementals or any other PDF forms you want as well. Now that this is mapped, you only need to do this one time. So as you have this form here, if somebody comes and does a submission with, say, 10 vehicles, you'll have to map the VIN number, year, make, model, vehicle usage, whatever questions you're asking on your quote form, you'll have to map those for all 10 of those vehicles. And then it's set until somebody submits 11 vehicles. Then you'd have to map that 11th vehicle to add that one in. The previous 10 will all be mapped already. So now that everything is done, we simply click Save and Merge, and that will create our prospect. So now we have our prospect created in Nowcerts. They're located under your prospects and leads section in Nowcerts. And this is what it looks like. You have Luke Skywalker, their main information, address, city, state, email, phone numbers, your list of contacts, the vehicles that they entered, drivers, so forth, driver's license number, all the information in here. Also, any custom fields that you had is over in this section. I have all of these set up already in here, but this was the extra information that's not available in Nowcerts. So I added a custom field so I could get this, the date the client wants the policy to start, set up in here. So that's about it. Takes a few minutes to activate the plugin, set up your license key and your Nowcerts API integration username and password, and then you can quickly go through all of your forms and easily add all of your forms to Nowcerts. So that's it. Hope you enjoy.